What's up, y'all? This is week 11 of the podcast with commissioners. Y'all know who I am by now, king of the HLR, and my other team is Do You Believe in Magic? I think. Coming on into the scene is the co-commissioner of the league, Mr. Kyle Moorfield.
Yeah.
RG3 King, Tuna Dauber King.
Ba-bam.
Here to give you this week's podcast picks and informative information. We'll go into it this week. Start off with the
High score of the week. Blood, Sweat, and Beers. They're starting to put it all together. 231.7 points. They made a trade last week with Notre Dame Nation. It looks like they got the best of it because Notre Dame Nation got the toilet bowl.
Notre Dame Nation trade deadline deal. Try to shake it up before the deadline came and got rid of Breeze and got Ray Rice and got Big Ben. Big Ben went out, and then he lost Alex Smith during the week too. He just had bad luck. It's been that kind of year for you in the end.
That's what when we say got him. Commissioner's picks. We both went 5 and 7.
So we got a push. No $20 going either way.
Nope. I'm still one game down in the season, so you're still one game up on me as far as the season stats go.
And Bohica's now one game up on me on the lunch stats, or as far as the lunch bet goes. He went 6 and 6. I went over his picks. So good job on this week, Bohica.
Nice. We do have a team, I believe we talked earlier, eliminated from the playoffs.
Mathematically eliminated. I didn't get into a cock swinging match like I said I would on the message board because there really wasn't a need when HLR officially eliminated the 6165 team. Good luck next year. As Kyle said, we will have your donation paper ready.
And ba-bam!
At the end of the season. So
got him.
He's mathematically eliminated. There's 2 other teams in this league that's puffing on fumes and will need some help even if they ran the table just because we're playing in conference. This coming next 3 games, we're playing in division. So Notre Dame Nation still holding on, barely. Colossal Nation still holding on, barely. Speaking of Colossal Nation, what happened at the trade deadline?
Trade deadline? Not a lot, Colossal.
No, not a lot at all.
Trade deadline kind of came and went. I sent some deals out. Nobody wanted a deal. You sent some deals out.
And was going to make a deal, but the dang deadline came up. We couldn't get agreed on, but
the deadline came and went, and that's the way it goes.
Notre Dame Nation and Chad pulled a deal. We had me and my HLR team and Wayne's team.
The
Shawshankers pulled a deal, and then we had another deal was pulled with Colossal Nation. That actually happened Tuesday night, right after the podcast. Colossal Nation and Power Life pulled a mega deal,
but no deals done on the
deadline day.
On the deadline day,
there was a deal.
The last one was the Blood, Sweat, and Beers and Notre Dame Nation. That was done the day before.
According to Hardcore, there was a deal that was performed, agreed in principle with him in Oklahoma. But Oklahoma, once the offer was officially made on the site, he nixed it. So wasn't a deal. Wasn't a deal. That's why we put that rule into effect. Just because you agreed to a text deal doesn't mean you agreed to the deal on the site, and that's what counts.
The site is official.
That's the official deal.
Anything else about we got some teams. We got people wanting to make their last playoff pushes. Pickups still trying to get their teams gathered up. We got our last week of bye weeks this week, so watch out. We may have a player going on bye. You thought maybe they were over with, but they're not. And if you are out or you do start to get eliminated, please make sure you still set a lineup. There's people scratching and clawing and fighting for the last playoff spots, and they want you to put your best foot forward.
Plus, on top of it, even though you might be eliminated at the end of the season, you still have a chance to win the high score of the week, and you don't want to be the toilet bowl. So up until the end of the regular season, you still have a chance to win that. That gives you a little consolation prize.
That $15
come on your balance, after all the pickups has been made.
That's a nice thing to do. Anything else before we get into the matchups?
Nothing else. We're going to keep this short and sweet this week, and probably for the next couple of weeks, just because it's getting toward the end of the season, we've pretty much exhausted every option that we have. We can have people on, but is there a point to do that at this time? I don't think so.
Yeah.
So
we'll see as it goes forward. We'll go straight into the picks. We got Hardcore versus Walmart Greeters.
I'm going to break it down. Hardcore's got Rodgers versus Lions. He's got Luck versus New England if he chooses to start him. I like C.J. Spiller now that Fred Jackson's been hurt and officially out for a Thursday night game. But Miami does have a tough run defense. I think they're first or second in the league. I don't know who he's going to start at second running back. Looks like maybe Redmond. Redmond plays Baltimore if Big Ben's out. That's not a good matchup. Jordy's got a question mark for him. He does have Amendola, who he can put in. Might help him. He just came back last week. Andre Johnson and Colston. I'm going to go with Hardcore to beat Walmart Greeters this week. I do like Walmart Greeters matchup. I think this will be a close game. Hardcore's resurging, man. 0-4 out of the fucking depths of the
reeled off
dungeon.
6 in a row. We were making fun of him, laughing at him, trying to call him up and talk to him.
Yeah.
He came back.
That's what champions do, though. You don't give up at 0-4. If you believe in your team, make a couple moves, pick up trades. That's how you get back into this game here. He's had some pretty impressive victories. He's going to get another one this week, I think.
Well, I don't think he's going to get the victory. I'm going to go Walmart Greeters in this matchup. Walmart Greeters have put together a decent team. I think they're going to end the streak for Hardcore. may just be a little speed bump in Hardcore's road to the playoffs. And then after this, I think he'll hit a stretch, and we'll see what he does.
Very important game for that division. There's three teams at 6-4 in Hardcore's division in that conference. Very important game this week.
Well, let's go to the next one: the Colossal Connection versus More Gooder. What has happened to both these guys?
You know, we got one guy that's lost 5 in a row. I think he won 9 in a row last year, but lost 5 in a row so far this year. We got one guy that's basically thrown in the towel.
Yeah, he's lost 4 in a row.
He's lost 4 in a row, so I'm going to have to go with you're picking the worst of who's going to lose this game. I'm going to go with Colossal because he's got better matchups, and Gooder has his Giants on bye this week, so I'm going with Colossal.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Colossal as well. They've just gotten horrible luck with points put up against them in this league this year. Sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it goes against you. Sorry for you.
It's crazy how that team has averaged 20 points more a week than any other team put on them. That's what the scheduling does. There's nothing you can do about it when you get that kind of luck. My team's had that last year. I feel your pain.
Yep, that's the way it goes. I'm going to go with Colossal Connection win this matchup, though. More Gooders put the white flag up, and he's pretty much been absent. So.
Ever since then, he's gone down tubes.
Power and Light versus Oklahoma.
Oklahoma is one of the teams in that conference that's 4-6, I believe, and the other teams are 6-4. Yep. This is a must-win situation for you. I think Power and Light just has too much power for you this week. He officially ends your season, Oklahoma, unfortunately. Power and Light wins this week.
I'm going to second that. I do think P&L is going to end Oklahoma's season. What you talking about? Hillis versus the Killer Bees.
Mega matchup in that division. The Killer Bees got a big win. We thought that they were done, but they still have some fight in them. They're 4-6, and Hillis is 6-4. I'm going to give the win this week because no Michael Vick means trouble for Killer Bees or for Hillis. I'm going with Killer Bees. Killer Bees gets a win, gets back in this race. Now, after this win, is only one game down and in trouble to overtake the division from Hillis.
Co-owner Brad Blackburn is notorious for these late season
rallies.
Rallies, magic. He got the super wild card one year, the 13th seed of the playoffs, and ran the table to win it all. So he's familiar with this situation. And
not sweating bullets either. Yeah, used to the pressure, used to making the adjustments that need to be done, paying close attention to your lineups and who's in and who's out. So don't be surprised if he makes it in this thing, you guys. The Hillis, he's the boogeyman. Remember, you got to kill him.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go with the Killer Bees in that matchup.
I'm going with Killer Bees too.
6165 Show versus Payne.
This is a meaningless game for 6165 Show. He's excited about playing spoiler. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't like this matchup for Payne Inc. this week. I'm going to pick Payne Inc., but watch out because I do think 6165 has a chance to put up around 180, 185 this week and sneak a win in. I'm going to go with Payne Inc., but by a small margin.
Well, I'm going to go with Payne Inc. I think he's nipping on the heels of the Shawshankers, and the Shawshankers better be careful because if he overtakes you, you could be in big trouble.
I don't know.
He beat you the first matchup,
he did.
So I'm going to go with Payne Inc., and he's going to stay on the heels of the Shawshankers.
Okay.
HLR versus Sandusky.
HLR is going to get a big win this week for Sandusky. Set up a mega matchup for next week against the Commissioners for first place in the conference and potentially a bye. I'm going to be Sandusky this week.
I hate to say it. I wish you would lose so I could get some separation, but I am going to go with HLR. I think it's going to set up a huge matchup for next week. Could be the conference and the bye all in one game. So if you win this, we'll see what happens.
And if I win this game, and then depending on what happens next week, I got a bye in the last week. So you got your bye this week.
We'll see.
Whoever you play.
Shawshankers versus LeVar's Legends.
This is going to be a tough game. LeVar, you've had a tremendously amount of bad luck. Sooner or later, I think you're going to break out. But the problem is now you've lost Big Ben, and you're going to lose this game. Shawshankers, I only make trades that help teams. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
Got $1,000 on that. But Shawshankers wins this week convincingly to beat LeVar and knock his season out.
Well, I'm going to go with the Shawshankers too. I think he is going to knock LeVar out in this and pretty much put a nail in that coffin. The Lethal Weapons versus the Tuna Daubers.
Sky Tuna Daubers, he withstands when he doesn't even have a super great week, and he's going to withstand against no AP weapons this week. Phillip Rivers, I like Phillip Rivers' matchup. I actually like the weapons matchups this week, but Tuna Daubers just got too much for him. Brandon Marshall, Calvin, back to life, just too much.
I think
too much.
AP really hurt. AP being on bye hurts Lethal Weapons' chances to pull his victory out.
Big 30-point
so I'm going to go with
loss.
myself. I'm going to go with Tuna Daubers as well.
And he's got C.J. Spiller, so he can sneak C.J. Spiller in the lineup with Jamal Charles, and it may make a big difference this week. However, he just don't have enough to beat you this week, and his season's over after he loses this week.
Yeah, So I may be able to drive a nail into that coffin. Do you believe in Magic versus the Crushers?
I don't know what's wrong. Do you believe in Magic Team? I'm doing everything I can to steer the ship straight, but I'm losing people left and right. I've got to get a win this week against the Crushers. I pretty much said last week I was going to have trouble beating Foz. I may have gave him a little fight if Vic stayed in the game. I'm picking myself to beat the Crushers. He's Eli-less, and although he'll probably play Freeman here on out because Eli sucks this year. What's wrong with Eli?
I don't know what his situation is, especially the last month. Went down, but you know, talking about going down, the Crushers started off hot. And I said, you know, I think this is where they're going to start sliding down that mountain, and he's slid down. I think Jubilee Magic will win this matchup and probably put an end to the Crushers season.
Speaking of going down real quick in between our picks, what happened to all the quarterbacks getting hurt this week? We lost Vic, we lost Alex Smith, we lost Big Ben, we lost quarterbacks out of this world. They just got knocked out. Cutler got knocked out of the game, and that could be the deciding factor going forward. With these concussions and the NFL's rules about concussions, man, they're pulling these quarterbacks and they're not coming back in.
Yeah, crazy. Foz versus Bohica.
I'm going to go with, I thought Bohica was going to get beat last week. I thought his season was going to be in danger, but he pulled out a strong win behind Flacco and Calvin Johnson, but not this week. Foz wins.
I'm going to go with Bohica. Bohica's showed me something.
You're going to get Bohica.
Wow. To knock Foz off and make Foz sweat a little bit.
You know why he picked you, don't you, Lee Corso?
So, Bohica, I'm going to go with you. We'll see how that works out.
Wow, Bohica getting vote of confidence from the co-commissioner now.
Notre Dame Nation versus Fear Fits.
Fear Fits wins.
Ooh.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame Nation.
He ain't got no quarterbacks. He ain't got no running backs. He ain't got no McFadden. Alex Smith's questionable. Big Ben's hurt. Always got Ray Rice. Ray Rice ain't beating Fear Fits.
Welcome to the league, son. Rookie learns the hard way.
You're going to get the toilet bowl. You and Miggs are competing for the toilet bowl at the end of the season? Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Fear Fits in this matchup.
Ray Rice can't beat him. That's all he got left. And some receivers.
Fear Fits will resuscitate his playoff hopes with this
Stop winning, Fitz.
Balls Out versus Blood, Sweat, and Beer.
My upset pick of the week is Balls Out. I said last week he's going to make a run. He did it. Last week he got a win. This week, he makes a big step toward getting that Super Wild Card or making a run to win the division. Balls Out wins. Peyton Manning, RG3, come through big for Balls Out again against BSB with no running back because Chris Johnson's on bye. LaShawn McCoy with a rookie quarterback, can't carry him. Big win this week. Balls Out, back in the race.
I think I'm going to go with Blood, Sweat, and Beers on this one. This guy just seems lucky.
Making trades if everybody is hurt.
Yeah.
They get hurt the next week after he trades them.
Got something, just something to it. When somebody's got the mojo in the fantasy season, sometimes you just got to ride it out. I'm going to go with Blood, Sweat, and Beers, see if he can pull this matchup out, see what happens.
The mojo ends this week, though, in my opinion, for Blood, Sweat, and Beers. Foz gets a win. Strangle holds first place at that conference. Blood, Sweat, and Beers has been strong all year and could be playing in Week 14.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Anything else for the Week 11
That's
podcast?
That's all of our picks, and good luck to everybody remaining, and everybody start getting their fantasy balances and tabs together. We're going to have a party probably 2-3 weeks after the season ends. Gives everybody enough time to collect their big balances. Everybody's pushing $150, $200. So Christmas season, give you a little more time, get your money together. I'll come up with a date, and we'll talk about it and see when it's going to be the best and go from there.
Definitely. That's it for the Week 11 podcast. Bye-bye.
Magic needs help.